Everybody, J.M. Manion here at the NPC Photo Gym. And I think you know this guy standing right here.
What's up, guys? Your boy, three-time men's physique Olympia, Brandon Hendrickson.
Okay, so Brandon, a lot of people, for whatever reason, thought you weren't competing this year.
Yeah. I had some things going on last year, and I got to a point where I figured, let me take a break, take a step back from the stage, kind of get my mind together, things together at home. But after this last show, this last Olympia, I felt like I just had a little more gas left in the tank. So we're gonna shoot for one more.
Okay, so this year for me, Road to Olympia is pretty interesting because I have the 3 Bs here. I've got Brandon, Banks, and Buendia.
Oh, look at that. This is honestly will probably be the biggest men's physique Olympia in the men's physique division in history.
They have 3 of you on stage too.
Jeremy's a 4-time champ. I'm a 3-time champ. Aaron's current champ, and we're all fighting for the same thing.
And I get to have them all here too.
Yeah, exactly. This is an opportunity to create history. So this is a really big moment in the sport right now.
All right. So what are you going to do this year to get that title back?
Well, the current champ, he's a tall guy. He's a big guy. So
we blame Raymond for that.
Yeah. It seems like I'm always up against a taller guy for some reason. So hopefully Jeremy can get in that mix and we can average the height out a little bit. But no, I'm excited. We have completely different physiques as apples and oranges. So for me, I believe that I just need to bring more detail, especially in the back, because he's just such a taller guy and he's just naturally bigger, So in order for me to stand out, I have to be able to showcase the entire physique and bring a better version of myself overall.
Okay. So listen, if you tie Jeremy, you're going to try to break that record.
Yeah, that's what everyone keeps asking me. If I get 4, will I go for 5? So let's just focus on one show at a time. We'll focus on 4, and then I'll make the decision after.
That is the correct answer, folks.
Yeah. So you always take it one show at a time. You're like, if you start thinking too much ahead, you lose that focus on what you need to do for this show. So right now, for me, it's taking every day, one day at a time. We're currently 8 weeks out. So for me, it's just taking one day at a time, working with my coach, Neil Hill. I have a very, very supportive system here back home in Chicago, my family, my friends in Florida. So it's going to be a good year, really good year.
Yeah. When Tyler used to wrestle, he'd look at the brackets and he's like, well, if I get here, I might have this kid. I was like, hey, don't look down the brackets. Just worry about the kid that's in front of you.
Exactly. You take it one show at a time, one game at a time, and then you go to the next. So right now, 100% focus is on November 2nd, 2023.
I like that. I'm glad you gave the right answer. They would have come in and injected you from the game show.
No, I'm here. I'm here to stay. We're focused. I've been doing this for 11 years. I've been a pro since 2013. I know how the game is. I understand. There's going to be ups and downs, but as long as you bring your best, that's all that matters. So that's what we're going to do this year. And
listen, like you said, you win this year. You win probably the toughest Olympia, too, for men's physique.
That also, I never lost in Orlando, so I have a very high chance of winning this year. As long as I do my work, I'm going to
play in the odds.
Exactly, yeah. I don't have too much luck in Vegas. I only won 1 in Vegas. I lost twice in Vegas, so I'm just glad we're back in Orlando this year. So let's see.
Yeah. All right. So how's it been working with Neil?
Oh,
he's got a great track record.
Yeah, great. He's got Flex Lewis, 7-time Olympian.
I've heard of him.
He's had Ryan Terry. He's got me. We got 2 titles together, working only 3 years together. So, we've done so much these past 3 years. I'm so excited to work with him. He's one of the coolest coaches, but just smart and intelligent. What I really like most about Neil is that he's able to separate being a really good friend and a really good coach. So when it's time to be a good friend and be that support system, he's there. When it's time to be a coach, it's all military. So I'm excited to get these last few 8 weeks out. I'm probably going to stay with Neil like I did last year. He had me through the drill. Did you take your water? Did you do your vitamins? Did you have this meal at this time? So he's very militant when it comes to being in prep and living under his household. So I'm ready to do it again.
Hey, if it works, right?
Yeah, exactly. It worked. And, we didn't win last year. And honestly, the goal is to win, but I was okay if I only bring 100% Brandon Hendrickson. When I get on the stage, it's not up to me anymore. It's out of my hands. So the most important thing for me is to bring 100% Brandon Hendrickson. That's what we did last year. Even though we didn't get the win, but it was a win for me, a personal win.
Yeah, I remember whenever you were going against Raymond,
Right.
Okay. I was sitting down the front with Debbie, and Steve ran you guys through the ringer for like 18 minutes, right?
Sure.
And you held your composure.
Exactly. And you know what? I can say, I honestly, when I was about 8 weeks out, or this point out, I was practicing my posing because I know how Steve is. I know he's going to be working us and working our posing conditioning. So I make sure every day that I'm holding my poses from 8 weeks out. A lot of people don't do this. They're not working on their posing. They're not posing and they're not working on their posing conditioning. So one thing I would say to the younger guys coming up, 6 to 8 weeks out, start working on holding your poses, because the judges want to see who can hold the poses the longest and who has that conditioning to keep 100% showing the physical posing on stage.
Well, if you followed the Texas Pro this year with Andrew and Hunter, and you saw how Tyler was head judge on there and how he worked them in the end there. I mean, it was basically the best guy with the best conditioning at the end of that round was the guy that took it, which was Andrew.
Yeah, so you can tell who really worked on the posing conditioning far out. But, it all comes down to the dedication to your discipline. As long as you're disciplined and you're getting your work done, it's not too late. You don't want to wait too late. I think you'll be okay. You just got to be able to hold your own on stage.
Yeah. So, and like I said, I mean, I'm excited because I was trying to think back, and I don't think we've ever had 3 Olympians in like the men's physique at the same time.
No, I'm telling you, this is an opportunity to make history, especially for myself. This is my chance to, first of all, before I even get to that, me and Jay Cutler are the only champions in Mr. Olympia. He's a Mr. Olympia, Mr. Olympia champion to lose the title and get it back. This is my opportunity to be the first Olympia to lose a title twice and get it back twice. So not only that, am I have an opportunity to make that history, but also have an opportunity to beat the champ and beat Jeremy once again. So this is a very, very exciting year. Probably one of the most exciting Olympias that I've competed in the last 8 years. These 8 years. 2015 was my first Olympia. So out of 8 years, this will definitely be the most exciting.
I like the way you said that. In your mind, you've already won it back.
Exactly. You have to be confident. I think there's a difference. There's a fine line between being cocky and confident. I'm just very, very confident in my ability, and I'm very confident in what we can do on stage. So, yes, we're going to get the title back. Got to speak it into existence.
And work for it.
And then work for it. Exactly. Exactly. I pray every day. I'm going to church every week. I have a very high faith in God. And I know that as long as I keep showing grace and giving back and doing the right thing, everything will come my way. So I'm not worried. Good.
That's good. That's what you should be. Again, the right answer.
I've been doing this a while.
It's like the NPC game show today.
That's right. Well, that's the thing. After you lose so many times and win so many times, you kind of know the ins and outs of everything. So it's been an up and down for my career.
So back when Tyler was a youth wrestler, I think he was like 10 or 11. Mm-hmm. Kurt Angle used to be our neighbor. Wow. For those of you that don't know Kurt Angle, he was WWE, but he was also NCAA champion, that's right, high school champion, and Olympic gold medal champion.
Yeah, Olympic too.
He told Tyler back then, for wrestling, and this applies to pretty much any sport, you need to learn how to lose in this sport before you learn how to win.
Sure. I honestly think that you learn the most when you lose. So for me to have lost titles, I've gotten it back. I've lost many times, even times where I was getting 5th place and 4th place, knowing that I could have done better. All those opportunities, it's an opportunity. All of those moments were an opportunity for me to become better.
So you're done with the opportunities now.
We'll see.
You've learned already.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, that's enough opportunities learned. Now we're just ready to work. We're just ready to win now. No more opportunities to learn.
That's good. Now, people think that you and Aaron have a contentious relationship.
There's no drama. I just feel, how do I want to say this? So I used to be his posing coach, actually, before he turned pro. And I believe
which he has mentioned.
Yeah. And I honestly believe once he turned pro, kind of just forgot about how I've helped him. And when he became champion so fast, it almost became like a rivalry, which is cool and it brings excitement. But don't forget that I've won 3 titles. And the thing that I kind of get a little bit upset about is that it's not showing respect to the guys that came before him. It's not showing respect to the guys like Jeremy Buendia, the Ryan Terry's or Brandon Hendrickson who have made the path for someone like him. Even for me, that has helped him in so many ways. So, humility goes a long way. But sometimes you just need to get your humility checked, and I'm ready to do that in November.
Okay, so now we're going to switch gears. Now, I know you watch what's going on in the division all year, and there's somebody that everybody's saying if there's one person that can break the 3B together is Corey Morris.
Yeah, it could be. I would say either Corey or Ryan Terry. I believe Ryan Terry more than Corey. Nothing. I
just think because Corey's won so many shows now.
Yeah, he's been consistent, and that's great. And he has a great look. But I think for the men's physique division, Ryan Terry is more of that fit. Corey has a great physique, but when it comes to proportions, I just don't think he's quite there yet. But he's on his way for sure.
Yeah, and I know. I mean, everybody's excited. Everybody was excited to see Ryan back in Pittsburgh and stuff when he competed there.
He's a competitor I compete against, and I'm still a fan of Ryan Terry, even before when I was coming up in the league. So for me to see him improve his physique, but also improve his posing, which is one of the things I think he really needs to improve on, it was really cool to see him winning these shows and doing much better now. So I'm excited. It's going to be a good Olympia.
That's what I mean. I mean, the depth of the quality in this year's men's physique Olympia is just insane.
This is going to, I promise you, this will be the most exciting division in the Olympia.
If you think of how many people won their shows to qualify from last year's Olympia, I mean, I mean, just look at the names. Just go on IFBB Pro and look at that list of who's qualified.
That's how it should be. We don't want to get this easy. I don't want to win the Mr. Olympia easy. I want that challenge. We want to have good quality athletes to go up against. Just because at the end of the day, when you can see who you've beaten, it's just so much glory in that, so much honor in that. When you've known you've done everything you had to do and you still made it to the top. Good.
You seem like you were pretty prepared for today's interview. We've only done it so many times, right?
Only so many times. I just think throughout the years, like I said, the wins and the losses, I just learned I've gotten so much more wiser and just understanding the sport that, it's not about winning. It's about bringing your best. Because at the end of the day, once you get on stage, it's out of your hands. There's nothing that I can do, you can do, anybody. It's all up to what the judges think and what they want for that day. So going through those years of wins and losses, I've learned so much that, you know what, just bring 100% you, and everything else is up to God and the judges.
All right. So is there anybody you want to give a shout out to while we're here?
For sure. Definitely my family. Been so supportive these last 13 years of my career. Neil Hill, great coach. My old coach, actually, Mandis Buckle as well. I have to give a shout out to him because he's definitely helped me a lot getting up to this point. And then, my sponsors, Yamamoto, Celsius, Mega Fit Meals, Dark Sport, Chic Sports, and of course, God. I wouldn't be here without him. So, I'm just ready to work and show my honor to God, show my honor to my ancestors, and just do my best.
Okay. Any final words?
Let's go. 2023, November 2nd through November 5th, Orlando, Florida. You guys are about to see the most exciting division in the men's physique history. You guys, I'm so excited to bring my best. You're going to see a 100% Brandon Hendrickson, and we're going to go do my best so we can get this 4th title.
All right. So J.M. Manion.
Brandon Hendrickson.
Signing out for NPCNewsOnline.com, and we look forward to seeing you in Orlando.